Hello and welcome to Digital Québec, Quebec City's digital magazine. I'm Sandra-Jessica Couturier and today we'll be talking about digital and tourism. Today we will discover how digital offers several opportunities to the tourist industry and also how it changes the ways of traveling. My first guest today is Allahabad from Musée de la civilisation. Museums have been part of tourism for a very long time. It's a great way to experience the world. Today I have with me Miss Allahabad from Musée de la civilisation. How are you?
I'm very fine, and you?
I'm very good, thank you. What has changed since digital has come into the museum?
In fact, something changed, but a lot didn't change.
Like?
A lot of things continue to be the same as before. The most important thing is the visitor. What to feel, what to live, what to discover, what to learn. And when we think about a subject, we place the visitor, the human being, the person at the center of all the experience we propose. This didn't change. But what changed is that outside museum, the life is not the same as it was 20 years ago. There's Facebook, Google. People inform themselves in places we do not control. And this possibility to control information has changed in society. For us, Musée de la civilisation, we are a society museum. This means we are not an art museum, a science museum, a history museum. We are all that together. And what is important for us is two things: people, the person, and Quebec. Yeah. It's our mission. My role, my game, is to invite people to engage for themselves and for Quebec in a digital way.
Okay.
And this means to combine our physical experience and our digital experience in a one experience. And this is easy when you place the person at the center of your activity.
Okay, and what can be done so it's better for you guys?
In a digital world, there is a large place for participation. In a digital world, we can create easily movies, to write blog, to take pictures, to modify them ourselves. And as a society museum, we always did citizen participation. But now we can permit them to contribute, to share their ideas, to create inside of the museum. For example, we had an exhibition about citizen revolution. 25 years of citizen revolution around the world.
Wow.
Berlin, the Arab Spring, okay? So the exhibition talk about those subjects, those events. And people discovered, visitors discovered the moment, what was the aim, the core important for those people. But our visitors want to share their own idea. What will be a better world? And we asked them that. We made a website and people can write their idea for a better world. So the experience in the exhibit was the same, but there was a possibility to share ideas with all the world. This is a change. At this moment, we are preparing an exhibit about lookalikes,
Okay.
but not human lookalike. A human lookalike with an antiquity tattoo.
Oh, wow.
So we prepared a website, and with facial recognition, people can play the game to discover who they are lookalike.
Oh, who do you look like? Oh, wow. Wow.
So we received pictures of people all around the world and more than 60,000
Oh, my God.
images.
Wow.
So
Wow.
this is participation. And now with all this content, all those contributions, we can prepare an exhibition that will be really connected with real life today.
Wow.
So we question what is the place of the image in our world? What was the place of self-image 2,000 years ago?
Oh, my God. Wow.
And how those realities are the same
Yeah, how they fit. Yeah.
and are not the same.
Yeah.
For example, when you submit your picture, you're a man, and the system, facial recognition, look at some dot, some point in your face. There's nothing more look-alike than an eye corner from a man or a woman. It's the same
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, yeah.
But some men received a look-alike with a woman,
Oh, wow.
or the contrary. It's not easy
How do
to
people
receive.
react? Yeah, how do
It's
people
not
react to
easy.
that?
So it questions our image of aesthetic in art, in society. What is feminism? What is masculinity? What is my image? I am like that or not? And for a museum of society question, it's what we do. So digital experiences where you can engage with yourself, with a subject, with object, with society, convey you to think about yourself, to think about who you are, who other people are, and this is what we do at Musée de la Civilisation.
Wow, that's beautiful. What kind of difficulties do you encounter because of social networks?
With digital projects,
Yeah.
it is true that we receive all kind of ideas or all kind of comments.
Yeah.
And this is a reality outside of the museum. Newspapers know that.
Yeah.
Bloggers know that. And we do know that. We also have questions about professional content and amateur content.
Okay. What's the difference?
There is differences, but sometimes it's not clear.
Okay.
Is this an expert that talk about a subject or just a citizen to talk about? And what is the value of an expert
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
comment beside
Just
a
somebody on the
citizen?
street. Yeah.
Yes. And you know, in newspapers and medias, we have vox pop. And it's not clear what is more valuable or not.
Okay.
And we do live this in museums. We have this question in daily based situation. How collection, object, artifact, art, manuscript have more value to understand who we are and who other people are than a comment on a newspaper or. So those questions are really present. The quality of the content on the web. And we do know that when the information comes from a museum instead of the web or newspaper, when the information comes from a museum, people know that this is
The
true.
real. Yeah. It's the real.
So we
information.
have a responsibility. And some questions we have in digital engagement situation is, what question are we asking? What we will receive, what will we receive, and what we will do with that.
Yeah, yeah.
And this
And what do
is
you
our
do?
job.
Okay.
We did exactly the same thing before digital era, but we continue now.
And does this bring people closer?
It brings people closer to culture. It brings people closer to themselves, depending on the experience we offer to them. In this world now, outside of the museum, people receive information from different places. Social media is really, really present. And we
Yeah, and more and
observe, more and more. And we observe with two different events. For one, we did a really content marketing present on social media, and the other we didn't did it.
Okay.
Time, money, but it made a huge difference
Really? How?
on how many people came to the museum.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So it does bring people closer.
We
It brings
know-
them to your museum, brings them closer to
Yeah.
the cultures and stuff.
But not for everyone.
Oh,
Some visitors are in this universe.
yeah.
Some of them are not. And we have to take care of it. We have a purpose for all citizens. And we have to be sure that everyone finds its place in our museum.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ana Laura. It was very interesting.
Thank you.
Next, I will talk to Geneviève Michaud from HD Marketing.
In 2013, Quebec City launched the Discover Québec app. It allows the discovery of 4 sectors in Quebec City: Old Quebec, Saint-Jean-Baptiste, Saint-Roch, and Exposité, by using videos, virtual tours, archival footage, 3D animation, audio testimonials, written works, and more. You'll be able to discover 130 points of interest in these sectors. You'll be able to explore the city, its history, its sights, and its present day. Basically, it's like visiting the city with your own personal tour guide in your pocket. Produced as part of the Cultural Development Agreement between the City of Quebec and the Department of Culture and Communications, in partnership with the Canada Research Chair in Ethnological Heritage at Université Laval, the app is now available in both English and French on the App Store and Google Play. Enjoy discovering the beautiful city of Quebec.
Digital has led the tourist industry to change their ways of communicating with their visitors and customers. Today to talk about this, I have Geneviève Michaud from HD Marketing. Hi, Geneviève.
Hi.
What kind of social networks do you use for your business?
We use all of them, basically Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, but mainly Facebook is the most important one for many of our customers.
Why is it the most important one?
Because it's the one that people use the most, and it's basically our customers are more convinced to invest in them in Facebook because they know it goes a long way. I mean, it's easier to convince them to invest in a strategy for Facebook than, for example, Snapchat, which is mostly new for these people, I would say, because our customers are mostly hoteliers, and hotel management is not the generation that usually uses Snapchat, so of course we're going to use the most important one.
And what kind of strategies do you use in 2017?
Well, video is very popular, but it's harder for us to put in videos because we're a marketing agency, so we work externally.
Okay.
However, what we try to do is to make people dream about the area. So we post a lot of pictures. For example, we can put Monday pictures on Monday, so that people get some kind of habit to see a new picture every Monday and even get their own picture featured. So that's how we get people to really like our page and to follow us throughout the time.
Okay, do you have like a concrete example that you can tell us about? Like, I don't know, like something that happened on Facebook that you booked, or through Facebook or through social networks?
Well, of course, there's a lot of them. For example, there's one time we put a picture of our Nordic spa, saying, well, you know, if you're tired of winter, you could always take a break and join us. And there's one person that wrote down, how much is daily access with the room included? And then we responded, and at the end it ended in a booking, so they stayed with us afterwards. So it's a great way to inspire people. And at first, it might not seem that it's converting into sales, but at one point it will convert. So it's really all potential customers that are on Facebook.
And how do you control all the comments and like, say for like on Facebook, like the stars?
My way of seeing this is that we have to answer all of them, except if it's really, really just an insult. Otherwise...
Yeah, what do you do if it's a negative comment or something like
well,
that?
a negative comment, there's different levels to them, but if it's not insulting anyone personally, then we answer all of them, saying, for example, we're sorry that you didn't feel that you had a great service. We're really disappointed by what happened. It was probably a misunderstanding. Then for us, since we're an external firm, we'll call up the hotel and say what happened. Can you give me more details? And then we can explain the situation to the person. And most of the time, people will answer back and eventually say, well, you know what? Maybe I didn't understand why or how it happened, but since you took the time to respond to me, I might even take off my negative comment on the Facebook page. So the best way to do it is to always answer first, and if afterwards the person doesn't want to understand anything, then there's always other measures, but I don't recommend them right off the bat.
Okay. How have social media changed all of that? Like how did it become to just be like, say on Facebook, like you're saying, where you put like a spa picture and invite people over? How did it all happen like that? How did it come to that?
Well, today it's really a must to be on social media. How it happened, I can't say exactly, but...
From getting comments maybe, or just from trying it out, or...
Well, at first, I mean, you open up a Facebook page, you don't have a lot of people, but what you have to do is to include it in your broader strategy. So if you're doing a marketing strategy on the web, you have your website, which is your tool, and then you link to that your social media, and you spread the word equally on social media, on your website, on the radio, if you're using radio, on television, etc. You have to get people where they are, and that's the point. Social media, usually you're just like relaxing, having a look at
posting stuff,
exactly.
Or looking at what's going on.
That's why we try to inspire them, because you're much more in a relaxing mode. Whereas if you go on Google and you type hotel in Quebec, for example, well, you're looking for the hotel already. So the thing is to incorporate it in your whole strategy. And to get back to your question, well, now people are used to have businesses on Facebook. It's a must.
Well, it's a new thing, it's
because if you're not on Facebook, you can even create the page for the business. And in that way, when that is done, it's really bad for the company, because you're not taking care of your reputation. Anybody can say anything, etc. So it's not even a question anymore. You really have to be there, at least to answer comments and manage your
manage what's going on. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And what does a company like HD Marketing do? What do you guys do exactly?
Well, basically, we take care of what people don't have time to take care of, because social media, as I said, is a must. Usually people is the last thing on the list, so it's hard to always post different things. You don't see the results right away, so on your to-do list, it always goes back to the end. But it's a really important thing to do. So what we do concretely is we're going to go visit the company that wants us to take care of social media, for example. We're going to evaluate the customer experience, see how it goes, and then we're going to build a social media calendar around that to post things every day. So we take care of posting on the different platforms that they want to be present in. And then afterwards, we take care of all comments. So no matter if it's 7 days a week. So we offer we call it a 360 management of social media, because we post, but we also answer. So we take care of the whole
do everything, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And is it you guys that chooses what you do, or is it the client that tells you, hey, I want this, I want that, or?
A bit of both, because of course the client has already an idea of what he or she wants to do. But we're gonna go in and see who's the real customer the hotel, for example, and we might recommend something different.
Yeah.
So we're going to build something around what he wants, but it might not be exactly what he thought he needed.
He thought he needed, yeah, exactly. So you're there to give him ideas, basically, on how he could go and market his
because we're the specialists in our domain, there's a specialist in their field, so we just want to make sure that they have the best tools in hands. And social media doesn't go alone. You have to have a great website that goes with it.
True,
So
yeah.
we're going to help them build the entire strategy on the web.
And most of the time, is it just people that don't have Facebook, or is it just people that don't know where to go, or like what kind of clients do you get?
All of them.
Yeah?
Again,
Yeah.
yes. For example, we can have a hotel. Most of hotels already have their own page, but they don't have the time to do it. So they ask people at the front desk to do it, but between two phone calls and people coming in at check-in, etc., they don't have the time to do it. So they know they need to do it, but they don't have the time. That's a big part of our customers. But there's also the other opposite. People know that Facebook is everywhere. Some people are not even on Facebook, business owners, but they know it's important. They want to take the next move, but they come see us because they have no idea where to start. So we do a bit of both.
A bit of both. Oh, that's really good. Does it prevent people from expressing themselves, or does it create like a safe place for them?
I think it creates a safe place. Of course, we want people to express themselves. That's the base of social media. It's a place where it's a community where you can exchange your ideas, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a community and you have to put some kind of rules somewhere because we don't want to accept any kind of comments. So usually we put some rules, we call it an etiquette on the website, and then if ever it goes too far, then we can say if you continue in that way, we won't have a choice but to ban you from the page. But that happens really rarely. It's in extreme cases of negative comments, I would say. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time, Geneviève. That was very interesting.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Next, we will have the Express interview with Swipecity.
Traveling has never been so easy. Buying plane tickets has never been so easy as well. Many websites offer the option to buy discount tickets online. For many frequent travelers, it's become a habit to research and book flights on the internet. Ulair is a bit like that, but at the same time, it's something completely different. It started with an idea from Fred, a photographer who travels the world to take pictures of graffiti. Having become an expert in finding really cheap tickets, he got the idea to share his expertise with the people from here. That's how Ulair was born. It's a website that displays low-price round-trip flights for international destinations, with departures from Montreal, Quebec City, and now even Toronto, Vancouver, and New York. Interested by a particular flight to a city you're dying to visit? Ulair doesn't sell tickets itself, but it will send you to the right websites to check ticket availability and to buy them. Careful, new offers appear every day on Ulair.com, and sometimes they don't last very long. So, follow Ulair online or on Facebook and Twitter, and have a good trip.
Swipecity is an application that wants to get a city and its cultural life to be experienced in a different way. Today, to talk about it, I have Julien and Mbony. Hello, Julien.
Hi, Sandra-Jessica.
What exactly is Swipecity?
So Swipecity is a platform which let tourists and local access digital content at a specific location of a city. So basically, they have access to a map on which they can see pinpoint area with cultural content to unlock. And like a treasure hunt, they have to go to the site to see what is this information.
What kind of content can we find in Swipecity?
So it's all about the culture. So all the information about public arts, landmarks, museum, and even live cultural events.
And who creates that content?
So the content is created by a cultural organization and even local artists. So they have access to a web portal on which they can add and manage their cultural content that will feed the app in real time. So it's always up to date.
Who exactly uses Swipecity?
So it's for explorers. So people want to discover the city by themselves, you want to interact with the environment. So if you want to get off the traditional way, Swipecity is for you.
Why is it such a different experience to use Swipecity?
So if you take a look at our behavior, we used to search in advance where we want to go, what we want to visit. But with Swipecity, it's changed the way we visit the city. So the focus is on the people. So you're walking down the street and it's the environment that will interact with you. You will get notification at certain place in the city. So you don't have to search for it, it will come to you.
And what is your ultimate goal with this application?
We want to make it available around the world. So we'll start with Quebec and Montreal, but our goal is to make it available around the world.
So right now it's only available in Quebec and Montreal.
Yes, for this summer it will be available in Quebec and Montreal, but after that we'll add content
More
about
cities
other cities.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Thank you very much for your time, Julien. If you'd like to know more about Swipecity, you can visit the website at
Swipecity.io.
It's already the end for today. Thank you so much for watching. On our last episode, we will see the Pixel Challenge. I'm Sandra-Jessica Couturier. Have a great day.